100 years ago, on October 8th, Jack Trice died playing football. If you know anything about Iowa State football, the name Jack Trice should sound familiar to you. Jack Trice can also be referenced as the Jackie Robinson of football. Jackie Robinson was a baseball player who dominated the game, but was very much discriminated against for being black. Jack Trice was also discriminated against and eventually killed playing football. I live in Iowa and know a little bit about Iowa State history. So today I'll be telling you what happened to Jack Trice and how Ames still honors him to this day. Jack Trice was born in 1902 in Ohio. He played high school football there and was a very dominant football player. He went to 2 state championships, one his junior year, one his senior year. His junior year they lost, but his senior year, Joshua Quincy with the Smithsonian Magazine 2023 had this to say. The next season, East Tech was set to play for the title against Bryant High School in Texas, but the team backed down after learning Trice would be allowed to compete on account of his race. So that game was not played because Jack Trice was on the team and because he was black. So after that season, he followed his high school coach who had got the job at Iowa State to Iowa State to play football. He majored in animal husbandry with a desire to go back to the South to help black farmers. In the summer after his freshman year, Trice married. He and his wife both found jobs to support themselves through school. University of Iowa State Archives 2007. Trice's first varsity game was in 1923 because the freshmen were not allowed to play varsity football because they might get injured or they might not have them that extra year. He also participated in track and was a very good track athlete. Here's a picture of Jack Trice here in the middle. He was a very fast and athletic football player. He played a skilled position and was very desired on his team. Now here comes the sad part about Jack Trice's story. He died due to internal bleeding from injuries against Minnesota. During the second play of the game, he broke his collarbone. He insisted it was all right and returned to the game. In the third quarter, University of Minnesota players forced him to the ground and crushed him. Iowa State Archives 2007. Later in hospital bed, he died to internal bleeding because of those injuries. Jack Trice played a huge role in athletics for black individuals. This changed things in Iowa State and around the world. Now you've heard the tragic story of Trice's death, and here's how the people of Ames still honor him to this day. Here's a picture of the throwback uniforms that Iowa State has worn last Saturday. So instead of the Iowa State logo, it says Ames on the helmet. It has Jack Trice's signature on the neck band and Jack Trice's quote, "I will," on the back bumper of their helmet here. We Are Iowa says Iowa State will be wearing throwback uniforms which feature several nods to Jack Trice, such as the "I will" letter on the bumper of his helmet. They've also named their stadium Jack Trice after Jack Trice, and which is a huge honor. So 100 years ago, this week, against Minnesota, the first black man to play at Iowa State died due to internal bleeding and injury. Even if you don't know a lot about Iowa State football or aren't a fan, now you know more about why their stadium is named what it is. So today I've told you how Jack Trice got injured and died, and how the people of Ames still honor him to this day. So how do other stadiums get their names, and do they have crazy backstories like the Jack Trice Stadium and people who really contributed to the culture of their program in that way? Thank you.